The good tour guides can kind of, they know when in the tour you're going to want something, and they usually have it planned.
Right? They ask you before you get on like Dinosaur, right? Like, what do you guys
Yes.
want? And then you get off Dinosaur and they're like, poof.
It's awesome.
It's not always Dinosaur. That was an example, but it's like, here is your Mickey ice cream sandwich, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
We want to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Touring and Cruises. Here's something you might not know. Booking with a travel advisor doesn't cost you anything. Disney pays them after you travel. You'll pay the same price you see online, but Touring and Cruises adds an enhanced level of service. Their expert advisors watch for discounts and apply them automatically, even after you book. And it's not just Disney. They can help with cruises, Universal, and all kinds of vacations. Whether you want help planning it all or just someone in your corner if plans change, they're here to help. And yes, they'll wait on hold with Disney 4 hours, so you don't have to. So when you're ready to plan your next trip, head to touringandcruises.com and tell them Rope Drop Radio sent you. Now, let's rope drop.
Helping you navigate the Disney parks.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
You're listening to Rope Drop Radio.
Welcome to another Rope Drop Radio. I am Doug McKnight here with Lauren Shields. And Lauren, you just got back from a trip.
I did. It was an epic trip, if you will.
An epic VIP trip too.
Ooh,
so yes,
yeah.
Today we're going to do a battle of the VIP tours. We're going to talk a little Disney VIP tours and compare and contrast to the Universal one, which you were just on. But you also went sailing on a ship, didn't you?
We did. We did the Ultimate Weekend. Isn't that what it's called? Utopia of the Seas.
Yeah, Utopia of the Seas. And we'll chat about that on Rope Drop on Deck with you. So you get all the full gambit of Lauren's trip. So I'd ask what else is going on, but you just got home, basically.
I just got home. I worked all day, so everyone be patient with me. I'm trying to get caught up on emails and stuff like that. So it's just been kind of an insane day, but we had the Ultimate Weekend. We had a great trip, and I'm excited to talk about it.
That's good. And over our weekend, we had State Marching Band, and the Plattsmouth Marching Blue Devils are your Nebraska Class 2A state champions.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So state championship for the kids. So Alden and Claire both worked really hard this year, and second year for our new director. He's like,
wow,
a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And ships headed the right way. So pretty exciting stuff. Class 2A, the second smallest class in Nebraska. So if you think of Nebraska and then you think, oh, what's the second smallest? Yeah, that's us. Yeah.
Wait, what happened with the T-Mobile thing?
We did not win. We did not get last. We got 20th.
Oh, that's what you've been hanging out at.
So we were at 21st, and then after I shared it with all you fine folks on Rope Drop Radio, we did move up to 20th.
Yeah.
But we were already out of it. So
I'm sorry, friend.
We did not win $1 million. So no negotiating what kind of crazy thing I have to do to make it worthwhile to the audience. I know, right?
We should have teased that more. Yeah,
we should have. We should have. We failed there. Speaking of people that probably voted.
Yeah, I think it was probably some Patreons. We had 3 new ones while I was gone, so that was really exciting to come home to. So thank you to Abigail Wilson, Katie. Oh, here we go with the names. Veraco.
Nailed it.
Sorry, Katie. And Travis Landon. So those are our 3 new Patreons this week. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to all of our Patreons. You can check us out on patreon.com. We have weekly bonus after shows. This week, we're going to talk about the Walk of Shame that occurred during my trip. It sounds bad, but it's not.
Well,
are we allowed to say that?
I don't think you want to say it that way. We want people to come and listen. It's not a bad. There is no such thing as a non-bad walk of shame. I don't know.
You have to come see the bonus show or listen to the bonus show to know, right?
Yep. On the after show today.
Yes, we do an after show every week where we talk more unfiltered, obviously based on the title of our upcoming one. Doug also covers the news once a week, and you get a chance to win a $25 gift card quarterly. So please come check us out.
Yeah. The news this week was a lot about the 4th of July. They're going big this year. Going big. So
they are.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about Soarin'.
It'll be interesting to see what. Hopefully, I mean, maybe they'll fly over Plattsmouth. Maybe I just missed that day they filmed here. Everybody wants to see that, right?
I don't think you or I are on that flyover America.
Chicago might make it though. At least you got Chicago. If Chicago's not in it at all, I feel like they've failed some.
If Chicago's not in it, I'm not going to see it.
Chicago should be in it at some way, shape, or form, right?
Come on, Chi-Town.
There you go. All right, another great way to support the show is to make sure you're subscribed, like, share, subscribe on YouTube as well. We're in all those places now. Or leave an Apple Podcast review. Leave a 5-star review. We will read it on air and love you forever. Here is this week's review. Still Searching for That Trumpet Squid. 5 stars by Lefty Lauren. One of my favorite Disney podcasts, informative and funny. Though I miss Doug and Derek's witty banter, Lauren is fitting into her new role nicely, and I appreciate her opinions from a travel agent's point of view.
Oh, well, that was a nice thing. Can she not find the trumpet squid?
I don't know. Row 7 and 8, Lauren. Row 7 and 8. You just got to ask them for it, and you can't miss it. Like, you can't. Yeah. Like, if you're in 7 and 8.
That's the thing. You have to be in the right row. Otherwise, it does not work.
And you can ask them when you get up there and they're like, how many? Instead of just saying 2, 3, 4, or how many you have, say, we have 4, but we would like row 7 or 8. And they'll look at you like, oh, one of those people. But they'll do it. They'll do it. They give you a look like, if I must. And yes, you must. You must, because you want to see the trumpet squid. You got to see the trumpet squid.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Thank you for the nice review, Lauren, and you have a wonderful name, P.S.
All right, and another thing we're doing this week, if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment if you know what the Stuffy of the Week is. Lauren, your daughters pick out a Stuffy of the Week, correct? And leave a comment if you know what they are. All right, we will get to our VIP Battle Royale, Disneyverse Universal, after this break. Hey, Nebraska rope droppers. Getting to the Magic just got easier. The Lincoln Airport now offers nonstop flights to Orlando twice a week on Breeze Airways. Every Wednesday and Saturday. Skip the layovers and get straight to Mickey faster than ever. I've flown Breeze myself. It's a great experience with one of the youngest fleets in the sky, flying only Airbus A220s. So next time you're planning a Disney vacation, start at Lincoln Airport, your shortcut to the Magic. And we are back. Today, we are going to talk all about VIP tours and comparing what's offered at Disney versus Universal, since Lauren is fresh off a Universal tour. So let's get started with what Universal offers, and then we'll go and talk Disney, and we're going to talk about your tour today too, as well, Lauren.
Yeah, we got a lot to discuss. So Universal actually offers 5 tours, but that's a lot to cover. And there's a few that I realistically don't think people are going to book.
People don't want to take notes during the show, Lauren. So 5 is too many.
5 is too many. So I cut it down to 3 different versions at Universal. So you can do a 2 parks one where you go to the original park, Island of Adventure, and Universal Studios Florida. They have a non-private tour where you would be placed with people you don't know. Your own party can be up to 6 people, but then they can place you with an additional 6 other people. Okay. Most of the time, it's a few different families together or parties. You don't go to Epic on this one. So for this one, this runs about $320 to $450 per person. Runs 7 hours because remember, you're going to 2 different parks. The nice thing is that they include a breakfast and a lunch. Park ticket not included. So that's an additional cost to consider.
It's always weird to me, but that's all right? Of them, right? Always weird. Like,
so there is one, but not here. Universal Hollywood does include it with their tour. That's the only place I've ever seen it. And it's like one of the very specific tours.
Those
I forget
crazy
which one.
West Coasters.
It's the West Coast. I had to give them a shout out because one person does it right. And basically you get front of the line access. They have some other little perks, like you get 10% off merch after the tour. You also get an express pass for the park. That's just the one-time ride. It's not the unlimited express pass. And you get free valet parking. So if you're not coming in from the resorts and you want to park, that is free.
So the park express pass is after the tour is over.
After the tour, for the rest of that day.
Is the breakfast counted in your 7 hours? I don't believe so, correct? Like you get breakfast, then your 7 hours starts, I think.
A little bit.
Okay.
So
There's some
we
wiggle
haven't
room in
actually
there.
talked about this. I've actually also done this one
Okay.
pre-Epic years ago with Luke. So they gave us like a quick service breakfast
Mhm.
and probably for like 15 or 20 minutes while they're kind of getting everyone organized, you eat very quickly.
Okay.
But I think like I ran into a few minutes of it starting.
Sit and scarf. Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What else are we offered?
Well, lunch. Lunch is a sit down usually.
Oh, I meant what other tours? Lord.
Oh, I thought you were still on this
No,
tour.
I'm moving
Let's
on.
move
Moving
on.
on. Moving on.
Okay, so the one I would say these are the next two that everyone's kind of more excited about right now. So there is the Epic, same version, but just Epic. It's non-private, so up to 12 people. Your party can be 6 people. The thing I didn't mention, and this goes for the other one as well. If you have a party of 8, they require you to book a private VIP tour.
Okay.
So you can only have 6 people.
I can't
Otherwise,
fill
move
up
on.
the non-private with my whole group and make it a cheaper version of a private tour.
You cannot.
Okay.
Correct. So currently these are running anywhere from $470 to $650 is what we're seeing at kind of peak times per person. This is just 4 hours. This is like, they're not here to wine and dine you. So there's no food. You still get front of the line access. No park ticket is included. Like we said, that's pretty much for all of them. You still get the 10% merch discount after and the express pass after and the valet parking. So this is just, They don't want to feed you. They just want you to be done fast.
Similar. 4 hours in and out, hit all the things because they get you on them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's the next step up. It's going to cost you.
It's going to cost you a lot. So a lot of people are interested in the private version of the Epic VIP tour. This is a lot. This is anywhere from, I've seen it $5,000 to $9,000 at peak times. I couldn't even find it at Christmas time. I was looking just to get a price.
Booked up, right?
It's booked up. This is an 8-hour tour. This includes up to 5 people. You can add additional people, but it's like, I would say roughly about $600 or $700 additional per person. I think up until 10 also.
Okay.
This includes a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So lunch and dinner are sit down here. I think breakfast is quick again. This is the only one that includes a photo package. And the interesting thing is I thought they would do it just for the day, but it's for up to 3 consecutive days after that tour. So if you're going to go hit up the parks the next few days, you still have the photo package.
Nice.
Yes, this one you get the unlimited express pass after. So that's an upgrade too.
Okay.
And then again, the valet parking, they get the 10% off merch too. No park tickets included. So that's the shiny one, right?
It's an 8-hour tour. So really park hours wise, there's not much time you're needing that unlimited express pass.
No, I think you'd be tired. Unless you wanted 1 or 2 rides, you're probably too tired to do much else.
And it doesn't open till 10 a.m., right?
Yep.
So by the time, I guess you have a few hours afterwards. And you did sit down for some meals, so...
That's probably why they gave you the unlimited express pass, because they figured you don't have that much time to use it.
You're not going to clog up the lines with it.
You are not.
You're so busy all day. So how was your tour? Which tour did you do on this trip?
So we did the non-private Epic tour.
Okay.
We were there. We were a little in the gray zone. So we were traveling with 2 other families. So I don't know if it was frowned upon that we all booked it, but we all just kind of booked it by family, and that's how we got around it.
Oh.
Yeah. So I told them I can't ask to be placed together. This is a gray area. Like you're with your family. I'm with my family.
There's probably multiple non-private tours running a day, right? So
yes.
No guarantee if you book separately that you're together.
Correct. So, and I knew this would happen because we traveled with 2 other families of 5. So I said, I bet money they are placed together and we are in a different group. And
odd numbers, right?
Yeah. So they had another, I think just adult couple that was with them. We had, I think 3 different parties. So like it was a mother-son with us, an adult son, and then a daughter that was about Gracie's age. So she was about 12 with her mom, and then a couple who came to the tour late. Like they had to bring them. I'd never seen that before. The tour started at 9. We waited until I don't know, like 9:05, 9:10 for them. And then we took off and they didn't show up till about 9:40, but they didn't seem mad. So, but they missed a couple attractions.
Maybe they're
So
just
that was
like,
kind of
we'll
interesting.
sleep in. I guess you got the express pass afterwards.
I guess so. But still, like, if you paid for that, you should be there on time. So that was our group. So we were each group had a full 12 in it with the
Okay.
tour guide.
So, like, what did you start with?
So he kind of just tried to go in order, but some things were down. So the first thing we did was Mario, which I think is the smart thing because the park opens officially at 10. So he was trying to get us in there before it got too crazy. So that was neat. We got to go in there. There was still, I wouldn't say it was empty by any means, but less crowded than we had seen in our previous trip.
Okay.
But we did, I think it was down. I think we had to come back to it. We were supposed to go do Mario Kart. Something was down. I don't remember what it was.
It's too bad the VIP tours can't fix rides working.
They could. That's what happened. We went to Mario Kart, and then he was going to go take us to Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong was down. And he was a little bit annoyed because he had called ahead, and they said it was up and running, but that was a lie.
Liars.
That was a lie. So we just kind of went in order around the park, and then at the end went back to the there was 2 attractions that were not working when we were supposed to hit them, and then we came back to that. We did not, I will say we did not get to everything, which was interesting because I swear that that's kind of how they promoted it. We booked it right when it first came out. And that's kind of what they were saying. Like, you'll get on everything in 4 hours. And that's not true. So we did not get on Fire Drill, which is the water ride. He didn't take us on Yoshi's.
Were you sad though? Like,
no, because we had the express pass for it, but I still I went on it later. Like, it's a kind of a dinky ride, but I don't know. I enjoyed it, but I was fine that it was not part of the tour. And then what was the third ride we didn't go on? I'm blanking. I don't remember what the third one was. We missed 3. They were all ones that you would have picked not to do.
Okay.
So I appreciated that because in talking to our friends that were on the other tour, they had a tour guide that was pretty new in like the last month. And she chose for them not to go on Stardust Racers without consulting.
If you're not going to do an attraction, might as well not do the one right when you come in the door that's the big giant roller coaster that everybody wants to do.
I don't know what she was thinking.
Did they use the express pass to do it later?
They did. So we I would say that actually the tour was supposed to be at 9. They bumped it till 9:30 at the last minute. Like, we found out a few days before. So we actually rope dropped, and a lot of us did Stardust Racers before.
Okay.
So I said, don't go to Mario. That's where everyone's going. So the people who wanted to went and rode Stardust Racers. And so they had at least rode it, but we were a little peeved that they paid extra money and that was not offered. It wasn't discussed. It wasn't.
Not even a discussion, huh?
Well, yeah, like one of the families has twins that are Lily's age who are 8. So I was like, was she worried about you? Did she ask you if that was okay? Because I thought maybe she was gearing it towards them. And she's like, no input, which I thought was kind of interesting. So we didn't have input either, which is different than when I did the non-private tour at the older parks. We were at least asked, but not he said, I'm going to make the call, but I would like to know what are like your must-dos. And he let that all happen. So I thought that they would ask us, but they did not. They didn't care at all. So, and then he made them go on Fire Drill, which you just get terribly wet on.
Yeah, when I heard you skip that, I was kind of thinking like, yeah, I would skip that if I was given a tour too.
Yeah, because the thing that drives me crazy, it's like the spraying and the boats, and I can convince my family not to spray me or get me wet, but it's people in the other boats spraying me that you have no control over. So anyway, so we skipped that. So I was very happy about that. We also had to ask for water at some point. So I thought we were supposed to be offered, I had read we were supposed to be offered like water, sunscreen before we even left the area where we met, and no one was offered those things. In fact, the other group with the new tour guide, someone had to come get their lanyards because like they were not given lanyards. I don't know that this was the tour guide's fault or the person checking us in because that was 2 different people. So to be fair to the tour guides, it could have been the person checking us in. And it was kind of hot down there. So like finally, I knew like food and stuff wasn't included. Like Jake and I were like, we just need to go buy some water because we thought we were going to be handed water. So we hadn't really brought any water with us. And so he finally was like, okay, after this stop. Like, and he got everyone a bottle of water. It was free or included. But it's kind of hard to do a 4-hour tour without like a snack break.
Right.
So
it's a lot of go.
That was a choice. Yeah. I don't know if that's the right one. The other family said that they were given a 15-minute break in Isle of Burke to go get some snacks or something like that. We were not. And we got done within minutes of each other. So maybe it's because they weren't in line for Stardust Racers. I don't know.
Maybe.
So that was just a bummer. I think they have some tweaking to do with this one. I kind of asked the group consensus about whether or not they thought it was like quote unquote worth it.
Yeah.
And a lot of mixed reviews. I think everyone appreciated that you do really get to the front of the line. They will take you back ways. They will cut people off for you. It's not like you're just going in the express pass lane.
More intense than that on the cutting.
Yes. Yeah. Like it was neat. We did get to go like through some back doors in Mario that I would have never seen otherwise. Ministry of Magic was kind of neat. We had to we went through a back way. You had to go up the elevator and then like whatever floor that was on and then cross over and then go back down because something with the elevator was over the track ride. It was weird. So that was kind of an interesting hop, but neat to see the behind the scenes stuff. So that was really neat. Like I do appreciate that they get you straight to the front of the line because we can talk about what Disney does later, but a little teaser there. So that was good. But it just like compared to doing the one at the old parks where like you were fed and like, I don't know, just like that was the other interesting thing is like they used to hold your bags. One of the other families
instead of the lockers.
Yeah, no, we had to do that was they weren't even like, which I get. It's kind of a liability for them, but also would go faster if they would just hold your stuff and not make you do the lockers.
Yeah.
So that was kind of frustrating. So it's just weird because I did it with Luke at the two older parks when he was 11. So actually that was only like 4 or 5 years ago. It's not that long ago. And and it was like we were still coming out of COVID, and he was like, we can do the lockers if you want, if you're worried about germs, or I can just hold them. And we were all like, just hold them so we can keep going.
Right.
So I don't know. So the front of the line, that's what you're paying for. Like there's other than that, you're not going to feel very VIP. There's no snacks. They're not really treating you any differently.
They're not carrying a shade umbrella over you as you walk.
There's none of that. No, they didn't even, they were supposed to offer us a poncho and no one got offered that.
Did it rain?
No, but
I mean,
a poncho.
Hey, we got a poncho at Alden's campus visit yesterday. So
was it raining?
It was misting off and on all day, and they offered ponchos. And Michelle and I are like, yes. And Alden, we had he has his jacket on that's waterproof, and so he's like, no. And we're like, dude, it's a free poncho. You always say yes.
Yeah, and then
have we not taught him anything in travel?
That's right. Like I would have taken the poncho happily.
And it was a
World.
Husker poncho.
Oh,
so,
man.
Like, not only is it a free poncho, it's like the expensive one that they sell in the stadium for God knows how much, like Disney prices, but stadium prices. And here they're just have a poncho. And he says, no.
Oh, Alden.
Don't know whose kid he is. So,
oh man.
So overall, did you think it was worth it?
I'm glad we did it once because I will say the rest of the day, we almost rode everything twice.
Because you only had one day.
We only had one day and the other families hadn't been. So if just our family had gone, we would have just done the express passes. I 100% think the express passes are worth it. Like some of those lines on a Wednesday in October, they are just long. So I think the express pass totally worth it. I highly recommend that. The tour was just this anxiety for the other families that they wanted to get on everything because they didn't know when they were going to go back. And so I was like, sure. I think they were glad we did it once. I don't think anyone felt like it was repeatable. I think that we all agreed Express Pass would be fine next time.
All right. So now let's shift over. We're going to head down I-4.
Yeah.
To Walt Disney World VIP tours. There's lots of different tours, but there's really only one VIP tour, right, Lauren?
There is. They used to have more.
Yeah.
That were great. But now they just have the very exclusive, expensive private VIP tour.
So
Yeah.
what is it and how do you get it and what's it entail?
Okay. So, yep, this is private tour up. I mistyped. I said 12 people, but it's 10. So this is up to 10 people, same as Universal's private one. This one, they do hourly. So it's $450 to $950 per hour. You have to do a minimum of 7 hours and a maximum of 10 hours. I would say I have booked these a lot for clients. I've never seen it run less than like $5,000. So I don't
Okay.
know where the 450 is coming from. I've never seen that.
The one day in September, maybe.
Right. Yeah. I guess I'm not usually booking them in September. So
Yeah.
maybe.
You
I'm like, they
when
probably.
you really don't need a VIP tour, right?
Right. I've never seen it that low. So at the higher end, you're talking like $6,600.
Mm-hmm.
So Disney does not like to feed you like
No.
actual meals on this tour. So that
It's only 7 hours. Who would eat a meal in a 7-hour window? Is that a normal thing during a 7-hour?
drives me crazy. I'm like,
Okay.
just some counter service. Like, we don't have to do a whole sit down, but like, just whatever. So no meals, but they will provide snacks. So like Mickey ice cream bars. I've seen
Mhm.
chips, like little bags of popcorn, water, soda, that kind of a thing. They will hand out. We've been on several, as have you, and I would say some tour guides are better than others
Yeah.
with planning those. Sometimes you're kind of having to ask for it, and that's kind of awkward. The good tour guides can kind of they know when in the tour you're going to want something, and they usually have it planned.
Right? They ask you before you get on like Dinosaur, right? Like, what do you guys
Yes.
want? And then you get off Dinosaur and they're like, poof.
It's awesome.
It's not always Dinosaur. That was an example, but it's like, here is your Mickey ice cream sandwich, sir.
Yes. Yeah. And I think I usually see if you are park hopping with that, and again, no tickets included with this. And if you want to park hop, you need to buy park hoppers.
Mhm.
If you're going to a new park, they'll have like additional cast members come and greet you as you're getting out the car, and they have like a basket of goodies to kind of pick from. So the snacks they do very
like
well.
granola bars and stuff, like
We've
weird
got
little
like
snacks
chips and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, yeah.
Like packaged airport lounge.
Prepackaged.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a good comparison. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not what you find in the parks. Like, you're not buying those snacks anywhere.
No.
Right? Yeah.
No. I think you'll probably agree with me on this. Our biggest complaint is it's not front of the lines. They are basically your lightning lane. They throw you in the lightning lane entrance, and however long it takes for you to get up there is how long it takes.
Like, if they're going to ask you what you want to do, right? They very much ask you, I think the worst thing you could do is like say whatever, because it's Disney World. You don't want to do just whatever. Like, you got plans. And because it is just regular lightning lane, I think it's wise to know which lightning lanes kind of have bad merge points. Like, I wouldn't do Soarin' on my VIP tour, right? Like, that might be the worst one.
I mean, you have to really think about how long the ride is. So like the safari is a good one to avoid too, because you don't know when an animal is going to come.
It could be half your tour if you get really unlucky.
It could be. So there is strategy with that one, because if you tell them what you want to do, they will kind of help you navigate that and try to be as efficient as possible. But you have to think about what you're asking, I think, before you even go in there. So safari is like the one I would never ask for. I agree with you on Soarin'. That just takes too long. We made the mistake on our very first one, because Remy had just come out, of asking to do Remy and Soarin' because we didn't know any better. Bad mistake, because we were park hopping, and to go all the way to the back of Epcot and then we ended up skipping Soarin' because it ate up so much time to walk the park.
Did you come in by the seas, that back entrance?
So he thought we were going to end at Soarin', so he parked closer to Soarin', and then once we realized how far that walk was, and like the kids we were with another family, we split it with them, but they had young kids too. The walk was killing the kids. So we were like, we really just wanted to do Remy. Let's skip Soarin'. And then you could just see the frustration that he was trying to hide, that he had parked in the wrong spot, because then we got to walk all the way back. But we didn't know any better. Like, I learned so much that first time that there is a strategy. There's 4 parks, and you don't have time to do everything at all 4 parks. It's just not happening.
Yeah. And another strategy, because it is by time, right? Where
Yeah.
you paid by the person for the non-private at Universal, and then the VIP, the private one is just a flat fee, right? It's not per
Yeah.
person. It's not per hour, where this is per hour. So another good tip is, like, we've seen lots of people get picked up at resorts for VIP tours, right? But that's part of your time. Once they pick you up, the clock is running and they're taking you to the park. So if you can be in a park and start in a park, you're already ahead of the game, right?
Yeah. So our last one we actually went and did Animal Kingdom on our own. We skipped the safari because I was afraid to get stuck, and then had the tour guide meet us. And then we just had them get us into Flight of Passage, and we bounced right out. So yeah, I agree with that. Same thing at the end of the tour. They can take you back to the resort, but that counts as part of your time. So we usually just take the bus back and end the tour somewhere in the park. I think the good thing to know is they can get you VIP seating for fireworks and parades. And our last one, that's what we ended at, the fireworks, and that's where you have to end the tour there.
You got to do the math on the time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So they can't. So like what I would have liked to do was start the tour early, and at 3, come back and get the VIP spot, right? That's not how that works. That you have to still be on the tour when you're dropped off at that spot. So we said our goodbyes, and then we took the bus back like the regular peeps.
Like peasants.
Yeah. But we wanted to strategize our time. So I will say, like, we had great spot to watch the fireworks in the parade, though. That was excellent.
Yeah. What would you say one of the coolest parts of a Disney VIP tour is?
I think for Disney nerds, it's the behind the scenes stuff. Like, that's my favorite. Like going to these back entrances into the park, which is silly because a lot of it's just a giant parking lot for employees, right?
It's the back of a building.
Yeah, so but that's kind of silly.
You go in some neat doors.
Fun. Yeah, it's just like, you're like, oh, I didn't know this was back here. And like they go out right out here and you miss it, like that they're hidden. So that was kind of neat. There are not a lot of rides. Like we said, most of the time it's the Lightning Lane, but there are a few rides that you get to come a different entrance. I think Haunted Mansion's the big one. You get to come a different way. So that's kind of neat. I've come in a different way for Pirates as well.
I think
so that
Buzz was one too. I think Buzz, you get on at the unload or something. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I think I did that once.
I would not use Buzz on a VIP tour.
They parked right there. We came in by Buzz, right? Like that parking lot it's right behind Buzz, but also on the edge of Main Street. You know, the other thing, you get to see the behind the scenes. The other way to see that is Run Disney, but a VIP tour is much more relaxing than having to run to see the behind the scenes.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. So I don't know. That is a good thing. Seeing the behind the scenes.
Yep. And this is a good time to do counter service and not a sit down. And this is the other thing that I had to learn the hard way. They say that they can make dining reservations for you, but they're not really talking to you like 60. So you can book it 60 days out, right? So at 60 days, by the time you have it booked, dining reservations are reopened. And I thought they would kind of just fit us in wherever. And so I was like, we want to eat here. And they were like, because we were just going to do a quick buffet. I don't remember what the issue was, but we thought we'll just do a buffet quick. Yeah. And they were like, it's full. And I was like,
really? Like you can't find space to
nothing. They are not gonna find you a dining reservation that is not open.
Pick your 4 favorite people of your family of 6, and that's who gets to eat, Lauren. Just leave the other 2 out on the curb.
Well, so I had a time booked because I didn't trust them. Because I know better. And then I just wanted to move the time and see if they would do it. And they were like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. And I was like, yeah.
So close.
So know what they can do and won't do. Most of them will also push your stroller if you have younger kids. On our first one, this was very interesting. Our guy was nice, but a little bit lazy and didn't offer to push the stroller. So I thought, we were coming out of COVID. So I was like, well, maybe this is a COVID rule. So I didn't ask. And I was like, we can push our own stroller. That's fine. So all of a sudden the tour's wrapping up and he's trying to get us to the fireworks as soon as possible so he can leave. He was a young guy. He wanted to be done. I've never seen the kid push the stroller so fast. I was like, you didn't touch that thing all day. And he just takes a double stroller and heads off. And I was like,
Is he like
Jake and I are
ramming
like,
people as he goes? Like,
close. He just wanted to be done. And I was like, Jake and I are like, he didn't offer to push the stroller the whole day until the end. And now we know he can't touch it. So like now, like, what do we do? Like, because you're supposed to
yeah.
tip them. I guess we
Yeah.
haven't really talked about that.
Oh,
Which
yes. For
you
all of
needed
the
to tip
tours,
'em.
right?
Yeah.
Universal and Disney. So what is the recommended tipping percentage?
This is all over.
Yeah.
So I have heard anywhere, the highest being 10% of the tour, I think is
Okay.
the highest I've ever heard, like 10 to 15%. And then I have other people who just kind of do it per person. Like, I don't know. Like I've heard $25 per person, $50 per person, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
What's the lowest you've heard versus the highest?
I think I've only heard the 10 to 15.
Percent?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm usually with a group. I'm not the one that paid. So it's all.
That's true. So it gets,
Yeah.
yeah. So I will say that like on the app, and it's how they do, right? So on the
Mhm.
Epic tour, I don't remember what we tipped, but we had planned out what we were going to tip and gave him the full tip because we thought he did a pretty good job. The other group who did not get Stardust Racers and felt like she was a little bit lacking in some other areas. They still tipped her, but like a little bit less than I think they had planned on. So I think just use your discretion. But anywhere in that range, I would say at least, don't you think at least like $50 per
I have
person?
no idea. I'm the last person that should
I
answer
feel
this
bad
question.
saying that because this is so personal.
Yep,
So whatever
yep.
you feel like, I would just tip them something as long as
they
they did a decent job.
Need a tip, right? It's part of their salary.
They did not make all that money. The corporation did, right? Like they need something.
Separate what they're living on versus what you just paid for that tour, because I know a couple VIP tours that are guides that they don't make that money.
No.
So no. But I've only had great tour guides when
That's
I've gone.
good.
And
it's rare to have a
the
bad
one taught me more secrets on Toy Story Mania, and I don't know how she scored that many points. She's just like, and then we're going to do this and this and this. I was like, my mind exploded.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Yeah.
They can teach you games. I will say at Epic, and I've seen them do this at Disney where they'll show, like Disney loves to show you hidden Disney Easter eggs, right? Like I learned so much about, well, you don't ever do this, right? Slinky Dog Dash has a bunch of Easter eggs that you can see.
Enough.
Yeah.
There's things.
There's a ton of things up in the queue. So that was neat to learn. And then at Epic, he did a good job explaining like there was a lot of meaning behind each of those portals that I didn't realize. So there was something with the Harry Potter. Oh, that the Elder Wand was chosen to connect the new movies and the old movies with Dumbledore. Yeah, having that wand. So there was a lot more thought put into the portals than I even realized. Like there's really a reason for what they picked to be at the top of the portal and the story behind it.
Got it.
So that was kind of interesting. I did feel like I learned more about the lands, each of the lands, stuff I had never heard before. So he did a great job with that.
Well, that's cool. That's one of those things that doesn't show up on the list of things you get, right? Like background.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
100%. Yeah. But yeah, that's a fun thing too. So very different Epic or Universal and Disney in terms of what they offer.
Very cool. Back to your trip real quick.
Yeah.
So what did you eat at Epic Universe? Because last time you had the Moon Pizza or whatever it's called.
Yeah, we what is that one called?
Pizza. I don't know. Moon pie? I'm
blanking.
Remember.
And I went right past it again. So we skipped that one. Nobody loved it. We did go back to the cafe and Harry Potter. It's got a very French sounding name. Café de la blah, blah, blah. Something like that. The whole group really liked that one. So that was Celebrate. That's with the buttercream crepe and like the fancy sandwiches. And there's some other things that lived up to the hype. It's not like what I said about Test Track.
Okay.
But we did try a new.
Second time around, still good.
Still good. The whole group liked that. We decided for dinner, the kids really wanted to do Toadstool Cafe, and I refused to eat there at lunch because Mario Land is packed all day, except like first thing in the morning, and then it starts to slowly calm down at night.
Okay.
Because of how the VIP tour felt, like we didn't eat lunch until closer to 1, so we were eating a late dinner. So it was I wouldn't say empty, but super easy to find a table.
Oh,
Quick.
nice.
It was a good experience. The adults found it decent, but overpriced. Like, I
Okay.
think a burger and fries was like approaching $20. I think Jake got a meatball that was like $30
At a counter service?
at a counter service. So, but I will say, I know parents, I know. Annie, my big Nintendo person, in the middle of her meal, looked around and said, "This is the best restaurant I've eaten at in the world." And she
Okay.
like meant every word of it, because there's like screens showing like Toad working on things, and it's themed very cute. And then like all the food has like they got little like toothpick things with like Mario on them, and
Okay.
they loved it. They thought that was just the great. Well, I would say the younger kids. The older kids were like, "Do you want my toothpick?" To the younger kids, like they were like, "Whatever." And so, as expensive as that was, there is a Princess Peach cake, like a vanilla cake. I don't know, kind of big, for
Yeah.
$20. So I bought it, and I think at least half of the group ate it. The group of
Okay.
16. So it said feeds 3 to 4. I think it fed about 8 of us. So that was worth getting if
All
you're going to
right.
go in there and spend $30 on a burger. I did also want to talk about Helios really fast, because
Okay.
we
Yeah,
stayed there
let's talk about
more than
Helios.
6 hours, and this relates to dining. Night one, so our flights were fine. We got there on time.
Congratulations.
I know. Thank you. We were very proud of that. So
It's a good thing we have that walk of shame to talk about in the after show since the flights were on time.
yes, stay tuned. But we got there right at dinner time, and we're still kind of figuring out Gracie's allergy, right? She's got this gluten allergy. So we went and looked at the sit down first, because I figured they would do the best with the gluten allergy.
Mm-hmm.
It was very fancy food, very expensive. And I was like, and then we tried to go look at the counter service, their quick service. It is the worst quick service restaurant I have seen at any of those resorts. It is teeny tiny. They don't have basic things. Like in the morning, there was no yogurt to be found except like a fancy yogurt parfait. Like we just wanted like which is hard for, like Gracie just wants like the prepackaged one, right? Like she knows nothing's been in it. She's good to go.
Right.
Couldn't find that. That wasn't to be found. There was no, like the other premier resorts have like, pizza, like slices of pizza or French fry. Like there's no really hot food.
Oh.
They had gelato, which like
What
even
is
the
this,
kids.
the beach club?
It was on par with that. I didn't even
That's-
think about that. Yes, it was the beach club, but I think
Or
worse.
yacht club. The yacht club might be worse than the beach club, but
It was like they didn't really have hot food. Like hot food wasn't a thing. I was kind of shocked. I was like, okay, people like need to eat breakfast, or like they might get back from the parks late and want to eat a snack, and like this is not going to suffice. So we ended up, and it was kind of annoying because you have to go really far down the hall to get to the pool area. The pool area is really nice, and we ate at the bar. We were the only ones there, and they were doing a movie under the stars of E.T. So we watched E.T. while we got like our burgers and fries. Because it was so empty, he had the chef come out and talk to her about her gluten allergy. They handled that fantastic. Nice. So if you want an in-between option, I would probably go to the pool if you want hot food and you don't want to do like the fancy sit-down dining.
I think the pool food is often overlooked even at Walt Disney World. Like at the beach club, like that's where your counter service is. Now the hours are limited to the pool, right? Like Hurricane Hannah's, I think is what it's called. Like, it's got a decent menu. Same thing over the, there's some others. I'm blanking on. Like Caribbean Beach has one too that's different.
Yeah.
There's some other pool
We've
food.
gotten some Mickey pretzels at Bay Lake.
Oh yeah, and Coronado has a really good pool food option, and Port Orleans Riverside.
Yeah.
So that's interesting that a brand new resort, you're banking on the pool bar. Like,
and it's not obvious because like I didn't even realize till we went the second time that we never even saw the pool the first time because, we had this shortened visit from flights, but it's not on the way to the parks. It's not, you don't see it on your way in. We had to go out of our way to find it. So that was annoying. I will say that the fancy restaurant did do a very nice buffet in the morning if you felt like doing something. It was still kind of overpriced, but we needed to be well fed before we did the VIP tour.
Yeah.
So we went and did that, and they handled the allergy great there. You can do a la carte or you can do the buffet. Most of us did the buffet. We got her a la carte because the buffet's not good for her. So that is a good hot breakfast option if you want. I actually try to look into room service because I thought that would be easier. And it's like a dumbed down menu of the fancy restaurant. There's slim pickings. So they need to work on that. And I don't know how you fix the counter service because there's no room to expand it.
How many years did it take for them to put hot food into Beach Club, which they shoehorned into the gift shop?
Oh my God, that's what they're going to do because the gift shop's set right there.
The gift shop used to just be a gift shop at the Beach Club, folks. And because they saw it as we have beaches and cream and the boardwalk is right there across the way. But there's something about having counter service just right in your resort that's kind of important. So, all right, there you go.
That was it.
Fantastic trip. Lots of VIP options. All are exciting. If someone needs, an extra person to fill in, you let us know.
We're
more than happy to join you on a VIP tour. That's really the only way I go. Anyway, make sure you follow us on social media on all the things at Rope Drop Radio. And if you're looking to book a tour, our friends at Touring and Cruises can book them for you, correct?
We can. And you're happy to do it because you got Disney. You have to call. You can't even do that online.
Oh, then
so
you don't
have an agent do it, and they can deal with all that for you. Yep.
You don't want to call. That's someone else's job.
And they fill up, so you want someone calling on day 60.
Yeah. So, and if you're looking to get to the parks or get to the magic from Nebraska, make sure you check out the Lincoln Airport. Fly Breeze Airways direct nonstop flights from Lincoln to MCO in Orlando. And don't forget, we are on YouTube. So hopefully someone has seen the Stuffy of the week. It depends on which way Lauren leans.
Tell this story on the after show. There's a story about the Stuffies.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that. Yeah. And about the Stuffies coming from Universal this week. And make sure you check out our website, ropedroppod.com. We're going to get on to the after show. For Lauren, I'm Doug. This has been another Rope Drop Radio.